Hello students, let's talk about the viewing concepts in 3D with the subject Computer Graphics and Visualization prescribed for 6th semester today. The contents are projection transformations, orthogonal projections and perspective projections. Graphic packages generally support both parallel and perspective projections. So let's start with the projection transformations. All parallel lines in a scene are displayed as parallel when viewed with a parallel projections. There are two general methods for obtaining a parallel projection view of an object. We can project along lines that are perpendicular to the view plane, or we can project at an oblique angle to the view plane, as you can see in the diagrammatic representation. A parallel projection preserves relative proportions of objects, and this is the method used in compute, rated drafting and design to produce scale drawings of 3D objects. Unlike parallel projections, a perspective projection does not preserve relative proportions of objects. As you can see in the diagrammatic representation, for a perspective projection, object positions are transformed to project coordinates along lines that converge to a point behind the view plane. But perspective views of a scene are more realistic because distant objects in the projected displays are reduced in size. As you can see, P1 and P2, the distance has been reduced to P1 dash and P2 dash in the view plane. The next projection we are going to learn is orthogonal projections, a transformation of object descriptions to a view plane along lines that are all parallel to the view plane normal vector n is called an orthogonal projection, which is also termed as orthographic projections. You can see the elevations of this from a plane view. The front elevation could be like this, the side elevation could be like this. When we have a display which is having more than one face of an object, such views of orthogonal projections are called axonometric orthogonal projections. The most commonly used axonometric projections is the isometric projection, which is generated by aligning the projection plane or the object so that the plane intersects each coordinate axis in which the object is defined. We have a tilted cubes here along with the view plane with the different directions of the object or different axonometric or orthogonal projections. We will be getting the principal axis. In OpenGL, we set up a clipping window for 3D viewing just as we did for 2D viewing by choosing 2D coordinate positions for its lower left and upper right corners. For 3D viewing, you have a clipping window which is positioned on the view plane with its edges parallel to the X view and Y view. As you can see here, we would be having X view and Y view with respect to Z view also. The clipping window, if we consider, you would be having X with respect to window coordinates max, Y with respect to window coordinates max, X with respect to window coordinates minimum, Y with respect to window coordinates minimum. So this is our view plane where you can see X min, Y min, X max, Y max with respect to window coordinates. The edges of the clipping window specify the X and Y limits for the part of the scene that we want to display. So we can elevate them so that we can have side view, front view, top view, bottom view, like that. These limits are used to form top, bottom and two sides of a clipping region, and which are called orthogonal projection view volume. These two planes are called near far clipping planes and front back clipping planes. As you can see in the diagrammatic representation, we have a clipping window where we have orthogonal projection with respect to view volume, where we are providing the near plane, the far plane with respect to Y view, X view and Z view. Normalization transformation for an orthogonal projection. Once we have established the limits for the view volume, coordinate descriptions inside the rectangular parallelepiped are the projection coordinates, and they can be mapped into a normalized view volume without any further projection processing. As we have seen in the parallelepiped given here, when a near and far planes are specified, we obtain a finite orthogonal view volume, that is a rectangular parallelepiped. That is a rectangular parallelepiped as shown in the diagram, along with one possible placement for the view plane. And if you just go with the elevation again, because projection lines are perpendicular to the view plane, these four boundaries are planes that are also perpendicular to the view plane and that pass through edges of the clipping window to form an infinite clipping region as shown in the diagram. Coming back to our diagram here, so where we have a video screen, a pyramid as an object, the y screen, z screen, x screen with respect to the coordinates, viewport and the display window, we can convert projection coordinates into positions within a left-handed normalization coordinate reference frame, and these coordinate positions will then be transferred to left-handed screen coordinates by the viewport transformations. To illustrate the normalization transformation, we can assume that the orthogonal projection view volume is to be mapped into the symmetric normalization cube within a left-handed reference frame. As we have a rectangular view volume of orthogonal projection of previous parallelepiped diagram, we can have x w max, y w max, z far. So near and far with respect to max and min, we can create a normalized view volume with respect to these coordinates again. Also, z coordinate positions for the near and far planes are denoted as z near and z far respectively. So normalization transformation for the orthogonal view volume in matrix form can be given as m of ortho with normalization is equal to this. Perspective projections. We can approximate this geometric optics effect by projecting objects to the view plane along converging paths to a position called the projection reference point, or it is also called center of projection. Objects are then displayed with foreshortening effects and projection of distant objects which are similar than the projections of objects of the same size that are closer to the view plane. As we have projection reference point with respect to a view plane, we can conclude that x dash is equal to x minus x with respect to the perspective projections. The projection line intersect the view plane at the coordinate position xp, yp and zvp, where zvp is some selected position for the view plane on the z view axis. On the view plane, z dash is equal to zvp, and we can solve the z dash equation for parameter u at this position along the projection line. Therefore, we can conclude z is equal to zvp minus z divided by z perspective projection minus z. Therefore, we can conclude that substituting this value of u into the equations of x dash and y dash, we can obtain the general perspective transformation equation as xp is equal to so and yp is equal to so on. That's about the introduction towards projection and its introduction towards it. If you like the video, share it, like it and subscribe it. Thank you.